Pawn's drunk.
Am I the prettiest?
Pawn's drunk.
Am I the baddest mofo low down around this time?
Pawn's drunk.
Well, who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
Who am I?
Pawn's drunk.
I can't hear you.
Pawn's drunk. AKA Mr. Moo Woo Shot himself.
Of Harlem.
Machete, cut the drama, the country like Jeffrey Dahmer. With my mom and a bomb, yeah, like Osama. Push a button, I push a nuclear button like Obama's terminating you, coming after you like John Connor's mama. I'm a nigga with no fear. Who the fuck you tryna pump, nigga? Crazy nigga must be on liquor. The extra shots is gonna get him shot. You ain't fool niggas walking around with a bulletproof the body. Super fuck with a Latin nigga with a chip too. You underestimated the silence, dude. Silence you with the silence up. They finding you below the island dust. I'm civilized, half animal. I made you but now sleeping that. Deep water bury you way deep in that. Fuck porn out the liquor, I'll be in that. Yeah, I'm not my little thorny, but I'm an educator, humble nigga wicker. Oh, here's motherfucker, yo te platico un mundo. Oh, here, wanna see Freddy Cougar. Me cojones, mamabicho, got your shit in your pantaloncillo. Maldito colomo. Dios, no, you smell like homeless Toto. Say hello to my fofo. Popo, call 911, the ambulance and the popo. Give me what they see in the concrete. But I don't believe me, they get dumb beat. Yo, let's go for the bullet, niggas are crooked. The family court system, the whole judicial system. You ain't taking advantage of me no more. I made sure you feel it before. I don't breathe no more. Yeah, a payback, nigga lay back, nigga take that. Where the hitters at, I spray that. Better duck. You already know this is Punch on Box, aka Mr. Moo Shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Maldito Borracho. Ya tú sabes, el pastor de boxeo. Aquí mimito, Ponche de Ronqui, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. Fight week with an anticipating unification bout in boxing. Dallas, Texas, unified champion, Errol the True Spin stepping back in the ring after his eye surgery versus Ugas, super WBA champion, and just finished retiring the 8th Division World Champion, the 5 lineal, the 12-time world champion, the senator, the ambassador, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. Cuba in the building. And shout out to all the Cubans, all the boxers, man. You got the chance to become a professional now. 60-year ban. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Cuba. Shout out to the people in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to the Errol Spence family. Shout out to Dennis Ugas family. Is it going to be a great fight, legacy fight, high risk, high reward? Ladies and gentlemen, when you're walking in, you already know how to smash the like button. Smash the like button. Let's go. What's up to the people in the chat right now? What's good? Brian Guzman in the building. What's good, man? Let's go. Finally, we get a catch punch stream from the one. Let's go. Jackie Hernandez in the building. What's good? Rub in the building. Joe Lopez in the building. What's good, man? What's good? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Ralph in the building. What's good, man? That's what you call a mic check. Yeah. I gotta get the other laptop and then put it through there. Yeah, that's how I got to do it like I did it last time. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. You see the title, see the thumbnail. Shout out to all the boxing content creators that's breaking it down unbiasedly, logically, and objectively. Shout out to all the boxing fans, the hardcore boxing fans that keep this boxing sport alive. You know, we all here to preserve the sport of boxing, preserve the fighters, the modern day warriors, the modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. Shout out to NYPD for catching the alleged. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their due date in court. So let's just keep it alleged, but glad that they got the dude that's allegedly the person that shot up New York City subway, shot up a bunch of people and stuff like that. Hope that the people, there was no death, but I hope all of them recovers. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, man. Follow me on Twitter, Mr. Moonshine 10. Follow me on Instagram, _boxing. Follow your boy on TikTok too, man. I'm doing my thing on TikTok. El borracho, el pastor, ya tú sabes, mi hermano. Aquí estamos. The man in the pulpit. Let's go. Pablo Marquez in the building. El Domi, dímelo, mi hermano. Ladies and gentlemen, you read the title, see the thumbnail. You're like, nah, man. Come on, Punch. Nah, don't tell me you on that. Now I'm going to break it down on boxing, logically and objectively. I'm going to break it down as a fan, but I also got to break it down so y'all could think, so y'all can understand the business. I know y'all don't like the thumbnail. I know y'all want to see Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. If Errol Spence beat you, then these Ugas. But let's not neglect that there's a great chance there's going to be a monkey wrench. Dennis Ugas has the high quality possibility. He got the tools to actually beat Errol the True Spence. Now it's up to you if you believe or predict that Dennis Ugas going to come up top. I got Errol Spence winning, but I won't be surprised Dennis Ugas beats Errol the True Spence and is going to throw a monkey wrench. I understand why people don't want Dennis Ugas to win because y'all want to see Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. I understand that. I feel the pulse of the boxing world. I understand that. Even with a thumbnail like this, you say, nah, Keith, nah. Keith, nah. There's people out there to be like, nah, where Errol Spence was calling you out, nah, man, nah. You didn't want to give him a chance. Where Bud Crawford was calling out, nah, you didn't give him a chance. You told Bud Crawford to get a belt, and you didn't give him a chance. Nah. You was holding the belt on hostage. Nah, Keith, now you don't got no strap, and now you want a part of this. Nah. Dímelo, Messi. Dímelo, mi hermano. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's go, man. With the support. Let's go. Ugas. He said he has his chance and he chased Pacquiao. Yes, it's like I said yesterday. This week, of course, is a big week in the sport of boxing. And look, it's going to be a good week every week. This weekend as well, we got the Phenom in the UK, son of a legend, the Dark Destroyer. You got Conor Ben back in the ring versus Van Heerden. Conor Ben back in the ring next week. We stay in the UK. In the UK, you got Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte look like they ain't gonna do no press conference. They ain't gonna do no media work. Just he tweeted, "Hey yo, just I'm gonna show when it's fight night. I'm gonna do my job. I'm gonna do my job in the ring." He got his eyes on the prize, and that's it. Got his eyes on the prize. Ralph in the building. What's good? Linda, UK in the building. What's good? Frankie, what's good? Pablo, yeah, I like those two fights as well. Yes. You got Isaac Cruz, who had a good outing versus Javante Tank Davis. Going to be fighting Gamboa, but Gamboa is still alive in the sport of boxing. Hey, it is what it is. Kings of the Commonwealth, what's good, my brother? Kings of the Commonwealth. Boxing is truly back, my people. Yes, it's back. It's here to stay. It's better than a long time. I don't want to hear no frustrations. I don't want to hear no whining. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear no bitching. I don't want to hear none of that. Boxing is good where it's at. It's good, and it's going to keep on getting better. And the stove is going to keep on getting hotter, ladies and gentlemen. The oven is getting hotter, because every weekend is going to be hot. Ladies and gentlemen, we got one big fight. And then the next week, got a heavyweight division, several years ago was in a coma, and it's alive well. And Andy Ruiz just announced he's going to be back in the ring. Don't know if he's going to be fighting in PBC or Trill or something like that. I haven't read the whole article, but we're going to be talking about that as well. Of course, we wanted to see Andy Ruiz get in the ring with Deontay Wilder. I'm going to be talking about PBC media workout right now. Yeah, I understand. But you know why I went live? Because, you know, they all live and things, and you know, Dennis Ugas gonna be doing this thing. Errol Spence gonna be showing, you know, he's in shape and things of that nature. But they don't promote really, so it's really nothing to look at, in my opinion. You rather stay tuned to Punch Drunk. How about that? Yes, I'm super excited. Conor is overrated. Ooh, Ralph said Conor's overrated. I don't know. He's doing well and still learning and still getting better, faster, quicker, stronger. You know what I'm saying? Motivated. I hope everybody do good because it only keeps it. I hope everybody do good, and I wish that, you know what? I'd rather hype a fighter. I'd rather hype it because it actually preserves the sport of boxing. It makes boxing even more interesting. You know what I'm saying? It makes boxing more interesting. You know, a lot of people in boxing be watching boxing like they bitter housewives or something like that. Like, let me see what you could do. Let me see what you could do. You know what I'm saying? People be watching boxing like that. Stanione is going to be fighting as well. Yes, that's a good matchup as well. Brandon Lee, he was on Punch Drunk Boxing several weeks ago. Good looking out, Brandon Lee, with the interview. Yeah, man, had a little drama with Ryan Garcia and things of that nature. You know, Henry Garcia came to Punch Drunk Boxing and said we had to sing. Henry Garcia said, well, he's talking about Brandon Lee lying to y'all, huh? He lied to you, Punch Drunk Boxing. I want to clear the air right now. Let me clarify it. And Henry Garcia had to come to Punch Drunk Boxing and clarify it. You know what I'm saying? So, but Brandon Lee, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the Asians right there, Asians out there in the building. Y'all already know. Brandon Lee, one of the phenom in the 140-pound division, a stack 140-pound division, an intriguing 140-pound division. Teofimo Lopez back in the ring, and y'all already check out the video. Yeah, Triller, you better pay up. You got to pay up. You're forced to pay up. Pay up to Teofimo Lopez, former king in the lightweight division. It's going to be taking over the 140-pound division. I say that. Believe you me. People thought I was crazy when I say it was going to outbox Lomachenko. Don't think I'm crazy now. MB said, my man Punch look like he off that. What that means? Not the moonshine today. He off that thing? I don't know. What you mean? I can't see that. Maybe I'm blind. I don't know. The GOAT. Bless the GOAT. Tyson. Yeah, man. Boxing is good. Boxing is great. It's going to keep on getting greater. Let me go through the schedule right quick, and then we're going to touch base on the content itself. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that disagree. Donald in the building. What's good? Donald with a super chat. What's good? Donald Banks. Punch, your boy Nestor Gibbs is fighting Andy Ruiz. Oh, shit. Yeah. The lookalike. That's lookalike. Yeah, man. Andy Ruiz back in the ring, man. I wish it was. And say, oh yes, T.O. Yep, T.O.B. Triller. And remember, you know, he's going to be doing big things, man. He's doing big things, man. Got a lot of news. Go check me in the members, and I'm gonna tell you the inside. I'm gonna tell you the exclusive what's going on. Come remember, I got some exclusive news for y'all later on when I get off the live. Good looking out. Appreciate that, Donald. Appreciate that. Brian Guzman said Thurman was undefeated, unified champ before Errol, WBA, WBC. Can't say Thurman ain't nobody. Facts. And we're going to be talking about that. Let me go through the schedule once again. And I got to go through the schedule because it's heating up. So you already know we fight week right now. Errol the True Spence, Dennis Ugas, unification bout, 3 belts on the line, IBF, WBA, WBC. But the winner still is not the king of the welterweight division. There's still guys out there, and Bud Crawford is still out there. Thurman is still out there. I would love to see Bud Crawford fight Thurman while Errol Spence is fighting Dennis Ugas and probably get that fight and get the win in the end of the year. But Terrence Bud Crawford is staying put. I don't know what that he's suing Bob Arum. I don't know where it's that at the moment, but y'all heard the thing with MTK and things of that nature. It's funny with Bob Arum. Bob Arum said, you know what? I'm not going to deal with anything in MTK. Daniel Cunningham. I'm not doing any type of business with anybody that's in cahoots. I don't want that problem. I don't want the FBI or the government coming to my doorstep. So, you know, I'm too old for this shit. I'm too old for this shit, so I'm cutting ties with anybody who has relationships with Daniel Cunningham and MTK. What about Tyson Fury? Tyson Fury got to fight next week. Yeah, I mean, you got to cut ties with everybody in MTK. Josh Taylor, too. Well, Tyson Fury is an exception. You know what I'm saying? I think we have a contract with him. Choking all this weed and shit. Kings of the Commonwealth was good looking out. Appreciate that. You have any info on T.O. What's he's going to do? I'm going to tell you in the membership after the live. I'm going to put it down. I'm going to tell you the information. Don't I got you, Kings of the Commonwealth. That's all you remember, man. You get the exclusives, baby. Let's go. Good looking out. Thurman, cool. I don't think those are other fighters want that fight with him, Pablo. I feel you too, man. But y'all already know. So Bob Arum is talking all that stuff. You know, even Probellum got something to do with them. I'm cutting ties. I'm cutting ties with everybody that had to do something with the Irish mobs. Potential alleged mobsters. What about Tyson Fury, though? I mean, Tyson Fury got to fight versus Diddy. Why we? Next question, please. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know we got Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte next week, April 23rd. The following that week, we're in New York City, Madison Square Garden, my hometown. Shout out to Puerto Rico. Shout out to Carolina. Shout out to Brooklyn, Bushwick. Let's go. Amanda Serrano, 7th Division World Champion, the pound-for-pound knockout queen of the sport of boxing, back in the ring, represented one of the biggest, I say the biggest fight of the year. This is the most important of the biggest fight of the year. I know a lot of people's intrigued with Shakur Stevenson, Newark, New Jersey. You already know, tri-state area. Wish it was, man, Oscar Valdez. I wish it was in the same date. And I'm sorry, y'all. I know if y'all follow the channel, and probably I expect me to do a live. Well, I'm going to go live with Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Katie Taylor from Ireland. Is she MTK too? What the fuck? I think she's MTK too. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it ain't my business, man. I don't get in touch with that business, man. You know what I'm saying? MTK Global's done a hell of a job in boxing, signing great fighters and stuff like that. But, you know, I hope they do well. The Pope of boxing. That's what I'm talking about. Danny Medina. That's what el pastor de boxeo. ¿Oíste? El pastor de boxeo. Estamos aquí. Alabaré a mi Señor. Aquí estoy, mi gente. You need to smash the like. Tell her, Linda. Tell him, Linda. Smash the like. Am I late now, Tip Bayless? Nah. You ain't late. You early, baby. You early. Are you watching the live workout punch? Well, I gotta watch the live workout. Huh? I'm here with my people. When people expect me to go live, I'm here with my people. Forget about the workout. I seen Errol Spence shadow box. I seen him hit the body, hit the heavy bag. I seen Errol Spence do that. I see you Dennis Ugas do that. I'm saying they ain't gonna talk trash. You feel me? They don't talk trash. They're gonna do a little bit of interview. They don't talk too much. Anyway, I think that Errol Spence has done a good job doing a lot of interviews. You know what I'm saying? I think they overstressing this car accident because that was the last build-up, his last build-up. They talking about the car accident more than in this fight than last fight. I said that yesterday, but it is what it is. Serrano by vicious KO. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we got Amanda Serrano. We rocking with Amanda Serrano. What do we break it down on boxing logically and objectively? But at the end of the day, Amanda Serrano is gonna whoop Katie Taylor behind her ass. Yes. Katie Taylor will live in New York. She also live in New York. Train in New York. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. I see a lot of slippage on Katie Taylor. I see the defense is slipping. I think she lost the purse soon, and they gave her a gift. But Amanda Serrano, she just keep on getting dangerous. She just keep on getting more powerful. Man, I'm saying, like, Amanda Serrano's a whole nother level. Whoever wins this fight is the GOAT. The GOAT is the GOAT. Whoever wins this fight. Amanda Serrano, Katie Taylor. Punch. We need prediction for the next big fights. I got you, Kings of the Commonwealth. I got y'all. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Let's go. So that's April 30th. I say my prediction, but you know what I'm going to do now new is I'm going to demonstrate how the one is going to neutralize the other. So, you know what I'm saying? Now that it's warm, it's getting warm outside. Tomorrow is going to be 80 degrees. I'm going to do it live. not a live, but I'm gonna do a content and we're gonna do it technically wise. You know what I'm saying? Take a page out of my boy, Coach Anthony. I'm gonna do it in the heavy bag. What Errol Spence needs to do, what Dennis Ugas needs to do. I already explained it yesterday, but let me do my prediction of other fights before we get into the Thurman and the Haymon and the PBC and the Errol Spence and the Bud Crawford situation. Dennis Ugas as well. So I got Tyson Fury beating Dillian Whyte. I got Tyson Fury beating Dillian Whyte, ladies and gentlemen. But peep this. Dillian Whyte is very, very motivated. He's not letting any media. He's focused. He's zoned in. Tunnel vision right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a dangerous man. Got nothing to lose, getting good money too. You know? And I think that smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. And I really, really think that Dillian Whyte, you know, style makes fights. He could actually approach this fight better than anybody in terms of the approach, in terms of punch selections. A lot of people, and every time I be watching Tyson Fury, they never go to the body. He moves a lot. They never go to the body. I mean, he didn't move a lot when Deontay Wilder, he was like a diesel truck. You feel me? He was just, you know what I'm saying? He was just going, he's running. He was trying to run through Deontay Wilder. But even at the beginning of the fight, you saw what Deontay Wilder was trying to do, was trying to implement the body work. And I've been trying to say that since the first fight, ever since I even did the prediction and did the analysis of their first fight. I said you need to go to the body, jab to the body. You got a powerful right hand, so drill that right hand into the body, so to set the headshots. Pause. Now, Dillian Whyte is a body snatcher, right? He goes to the body, and I believe that Dillian Whyte is going to do something which past opponent of Tyson Fury have not done or dial into or focus on, and that's body work. Tyson Fury likes to move a lot. I don't think that Tyson Fury is going to mule Dillian Whyte like he did Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder is naturally lighter, and Dillian Whyte is a heavy set fighter. And if you get in the inside, if you try to fight that fight on the inside, then you know what I'm saying, you falling, then Tyson Fury is falling into the strength of Dillian Whyte. So I see a lot of body work if Tyson Fury is going to try to do what he did to Deontay Wilder. So, but I believe that Tyson Fury has the intellect to adjust. We've seen him get clipped. We've seen him get in trouble, but he rises to the occasion. Tyson Fury fights at the level of his competition. So the competition is good. Dillian Whyte has been knocked out. He's been put down by several fighters, just like both of these guys. But I believe that Tyson Fury got more of a will, got more of intellect, got more tools in the toolbox to adjust to whatever the Dillian Whyte is going to throw at him. I do believe that Tyson Fury may go through adversity, but his leg work, his control of range, him establishing the jab is going to set the tone, is going to end the tone, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Anyway, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're going to move on to the Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor. Let me break this down right quick. Like I said, Amanda Serrano, she's getting better. She's not slowing down. She's actually elevating her game. Her power, her stamina. It's just she's at her peak right now, and she's on invincible mode. And Katie Taylor, for me, defensively, she's still quick. But you can lure her into a fight, and once you lure her into a fight, she don't get the best out of the opponent. So I believe that Amanda Serrano is going to come out on top. I believe it's going to go 12 rounds, but I believe that she's going to be putting on a beat down on Katie Taylor in the second half of the fight. Now, Serrano will be 9 division world champion. Now, Shakur Stevenson versus Oscar Valdez. And I already broke this down with Coach Anthony, but I'll break it down again if y'all didn't tune in. I got Shakur Stevenson beating Oscar Valdez. I believe that Shakur Stevenson got and he's for me, he's just better than Oscar Valdez in almost every category. Let alone, other than the power, I believe that it's even, or probably you could give Oscar Valdez the power. I believe that the defense is better. I believe the intellect is better. I believe the movement. I believe the positioning. I believe the punch selection. I just feel like Shakur Stevenson is just a little bit better in every category than Oscar Valdez. Oscar Valdez is very, very resilient as well. You know, got good punch resistance and stuff like that. He goes through a lot of adversity, but overcome as well. But he's easy to be touched. but he's a good fighter. But I just don't think it's gonna be enough to be a Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson, if he takes the approach to attack Oscar Valdez like he did with Jamel Herring and not be, very passive and very casual, I believe that he could actually maybe. I ain't gonna say stop. Nah. I don't got this as a stoppage, but I'd be surprised if Shakur Stevenson actually stops Oscar Valdez, in my opinion. Serrano will be now division world champion. Pablo Serrano, my girlfriend, she puts hands on me. Salute, punch, salute. Content, bro. Good looking out, Cali Fire. And then we got Cinco de Mayo. We got Canelo Alvarez. Y'all already know. The pound for pound king, el rey, el cascao. Ya tú sabes, Canelo Alvarez, a.k.a. King Nelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Casquelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. Get the fuck out of here, man. The 4th division world champion, newly super middleweight undisputed, versus Dimitri Bivol, the 175-pound champion. That's going to be a good fight for Canelo Alvarez. Everybody was criticizing. A lot of people was criticizing Canelo Alvarez. Oh, you fought Sergey Kovalev. Kovalev, the old, the weakest of all champions in 175. And now he's fighting the youngest and better of all champions in 175. So what you got to say about that? Huh? What you got to say about Canelo Alvarez, huh? Whoever hates on Canelo Alvarez just don't love the sport of boxing. You can't hate on Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is too good. Canelo Alvarez is too seasoned. Canelo Alvarez is doing what we wanted him, what we wanted fighters to do in this era. Fight a lot, fight challenges, fight. Legacy reigns supreme, and that's what Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez, as the cash cow of the sport of boxing, is leading the way. And that's what we need. A great ambassador, a great front man, a great top dog in the world of boxing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you like this, man. We're lucky to have a Canelo Alvarez in this era because he's been. A lot of people talk about, oh, he's picking his opponents. But every top guy picks his opponent. But you know what? He's picking the right opponent because it's still legacy fights, and he's accomplishing those as well. John McSmith, Canelo juice too much. Yeah, he a vegan. He goes to the juice bar. You know what I'm saying? I go to the juice bar too. We get I get ginger juice, orange, put a little bit apple, ginger, cucumbers, and stuff like that. Yeah, healthy guy, man. I like Canelo Alvarez. You're right, John McSmith. He does. I do juicing too. A lot of vegans I know does juicing too. Juicing is good. You should actually go out there and juice. You know what I'm saying? They got detox drinks, beet juice, and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Good. Yeah, we're gonna turn it around on you. Ain't no BS around here. Ain't no BSing around Canelo Alvarez. Not in this channel, all right? No. Canelo Alvarez is rey, el king. Punch, keep his foot on the haters. That's what I'm talking about, man. Canelo Alvarez gonna beat. He's gonna whoop Bivol as a vegan. Y'all don't want him on the juice, so you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want him to meat, right? Y'all want to play with the meat, right? I said Canelo Alvarez says, all right, man. All right, y'all talk about the meat. Matter of fact, I'm turning vegan. I'm gonna let y'all know how great I am. I'm turning vegan. All right, y'all think it was the meat? All right, I'm gonna be vegan, so y'all won't even talk about the meat. Y'all said that Sergey Kovalev is the weakest of all champion, the oldest one. All right, let me get the youngest one, the tallest one, the strongest one, and the one that got better movement. Y'all think I'm bad with movement? Let me get Dimitri Bivol. I got him Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Yep, that's what Canelo Alvarez say. And then at the same time, he's saying, hey, yo, y'all fight each other, and then I get the winner. Get it on. Because right now, Canelo Alvarez has a huge gap compared to his contemporaries. He's just in another level. Follow up with that, we got one of the most anticipating fight of the year. Undisputed bout between Charlo versus Brian Castano, May 14th, California. Argentina in the building. Houston, Texas in the building. Charlo versus Brian Castano, one of the fight of the year. Last year, I went to the fight out there in San Antonio. Shout out to all my people, all my Texas, all my San Antonio, all my people. I loved it out there. Loved the food out there. And the big women out there. Damn, what y'all be eating out there, man, in Texas, man. Man, I saw a bunch of Princess Fionas over there in Texas. I'm sorry, ladies, but I just got to keep it real. There's a lot of big women out there in Texas. A lot of Princess Fionas. Except with the green. They wasn't green, but they big boned. I don't know what y'all feeding these girls down there. For real. I was sitting in the mall. I was killing time, right? I did media work, and then I went to the mall. And I went to your house. I got my little drink, a little golden drac. My favorite drink, golden drac. And I was sitting in the massage chair, in the mall, you got the massage chair and stuff like that. And I'm just saying, damn, there's a lot of big women. Shit. Big. Where is the skinny, the petite? Nothing. Just big bony, big bony. Big, 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 damn, big, damn. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I know the men like their big women and stuff like that, you know? But it's getting hot. You know, you use the big women for the winner, but it's getting hot. The big mamas. Nah, shout out to the big mamas, man. Shout out to the big mamas. Lone Wolf. You know what I was thinking about? I was still thinking about doing a tattoo right here. Lone Wolf. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a one-man army. You feel me? One-man army. Smash the like button. Bivol's defense footwork is too straight. Up perfect for Canelo. Easy pickings. We love that big bone woman. Kings of the Commonwealth said, I love my big woman. I let her carry her, do the baby boy. I like to put her on my shoulders, flip all around. You know what I'm saying? I love frying I like frying pancakes in her stomach. That's what you do, Kings of the Commonwealth. You be pouring oil on the stomach, fry the pancake and stuff like that. Tummy on hot. Huh? Say, Kings of the Commonwealth, what you want me to cook for you, baby? What you want me to cook for you? Love the big one. I love my big woman, huh? Hell yeah, Kings of the Common. Hell yeah. Shit. I don't need to go to the gym. Shit, I be bench pressing. I don't need no bench press. I got my girl, right? Shit. You think you think you in a Vijiji juice and you actually in the Chichos. It's not there. You got it in my back. You got it in my love handle. Go left. Go left. What you talking? You got it in the love handle. You're not in there yet. Fuck it, baby. Your Chichos just feel good anyway. It's wet. You sweaty anyway. It feel the same. Anyway. I got Canelo Alvarez winning that. But Brian Castano versus Charlo. Now, this is the fight that a lot of people was like this. This is the fight that is like 50-50. And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are highly intrigued with Brian Castano. Brian Castano did his thing versus Alexandre Lara. I believe there was people that felt like he beat him. Did his thing versus Patrick Teixeira. Did his thing versus Charlo. Competed. I didn't have him winning, but a lot of people did have him winning. And a lot of people now is saying, I seen in the comments, I see it, yo, Castano gonna win. I got Charlo. I got Charlo beating Brian Castano in a good old-fashioned tough fight. I think is gonna be fight of the year, in my opinion. We already seen a good fight with Sebastian Fundora and Erickson Lubin. Shout out to Erickson Lubin. Hope he's doing better. Hope he's doing fine. And Fundora as well. You know what I'm saying? I want to see a rematch. I want to see a rematch of that, and I want to see a rematch of Lee Woods versus Michael Conlon. I believe Lee Wood is going to be fighting. Well, he got mandated, I believe so, to fight Leo Santa Cruz. We'll see how that's going to happen, right? So I got Charlo, and we're going to be breaking all these fights down. I got Charlo because I feel like in the championship rounds, I believe Charlo, the only thing I could say I could take away from Charlo is I always say Charlo got to throw more punches. If he throw more punches, it's really going to be hard to beat Charlo. So when I saw in the championship rounds, throw more punches. The same thing that Derrick James was telling him in the corner. If he starts off that way, shout out to Joan Guzman that's training, that's helping train Charlo. And y'all already know Joan Guzman, if you were Dominican, he was a good fighter, great defensive fighter, great movement, great positioning, great coach. And he's helping Charlo like he helped him the last fight. But you know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be a good turnout. I think Charlo was going to keep the momentum of the championship rounds of the first fight and continue that into the rematch, just like how Tyson Fury did in versus Deontay Wilder in the second fight. He took the momentum of that 12th round and said, you know what? This is the way I gotta beat him. This is the way I gotta fight him. He's too light. I could just put my body on him. Like, why am I trying to just pot shot him and stuff like that? Nah, man, I can't do what I did to Klitschko, Deontay Wilder. I gotta go in. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Tyson Fury did. He took the momentum of the 12th round into the rematch and then beat Deontay Wilder that way. The same way I feel about Charlo. If you take that momentum of the championship rounds in which he won in every scorecard, even he didn't go down. One of the judges gave it a 10-8 round because he was bidding him from pillar to post in the 10th round. If he takes that momentum into the rematch, then Charlo is going to do I think it's going to be a stoppage in the later rounds, in my opinion. And I seen, and also this. Shout out to BX. What up? What up? BX in the building. NYC, New York City. Y'all already know Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Harlem, Wash Heights in the building. Y'all already know BX. Let's go. Staten Island, Long Island, Jersey, Patterson, Newark, Elizabeth, Connecticut. Let's go. I seen in the offseason, I seen Brian Castano. He had like a belly, bro. He looked like he was 200 pounds plus. And I think that maybe they postponed it because, in my opinion, maybe they postponed it because they were like, yo, he can't make the weight right now. He's just in fat camp. I don't know, but I seen a picture because I follow him on Instagram, and he was in his story. He had a belly, bro. He had a belly. So, and I think that Jermell Charlo's just been in the gym. He's been building the gym. He's been in the gym. So I think you're gonna see a more explosive Jermell Charlo and more of a high volume puncher come May 14th. Las Vegas over here, Las Vegas in the building. Salute, brother. West Coast boxing in the building. What's good, man? Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Should Charlo move up in the pound for pound list if he beats Castano? Of course. He become undisputed. You got to be on a pound for pound list. I'm actually irritated that pugilists, writers in the sport of boxing. I'm talking about writers that these are the guys that's in charge of writing to voting guys in the Hall of Fame. These guys don't even have Jermell Charlo on the pound for pound, a 3-belt holder. And this is going to go back to what we're going to be talking about later on. It's going to go back. Is belts very important? You know what I'm saying? When Floyd Mayweather said it, it's like, oh, why Floyd Mayweather saying it, right? But then if you look at the same guys that's critiquing what Floyd Mayweather saying about that belts don't matter, for writers, the belts don't matter because they got Lomachenko on the pound for pound. They don't got Jermell Charlo, no Stephen Fulton on the pound for pound. Unified champion, beat a champion back-to-back as Stephen Fulton. And then you got Jermell Charlo, who got 3 belts and not even on the pound for pound. But you still got Lomachenko on the pound for pound. I mean, I know he's good, but I don't think he should be in the pound for pound. You got a bunch of champions in the pound for pound, and you Too much favoritism. Sosa Smith in the building. What's good? El Jefe, Alejandro Sosa Smith in the building. Gracias. How you doing, my friend, Sosa? ¿Cómo está, my friend? Punch. You hear about Andy Ruiz has a fight in July coming up. Yeah, man, I heard it. I was like, damn, man, come on, man. Get Deontay Wilder, man. Get something better. Even the Luis Ortiz. Come on, man. Damn. It is what it is, man. It's really, really becoming an entertainment. It is boxing is entertainment business, but I mean, these fighters just want that moolah, that money. Forget about the legacy for them. There's some people that don't give a damn about the legacy. But anyway, so look, let's talk about this right quick. Let's talk about this. A lot of people going to disagree because there's a lot of fans out there that don't give a damn about the business, don't want to give a fuck about the business, don't want to understand the business because they just want the fight they want to see. But I learned watching boxing, understanding the sport of boxing, that we have to understand the business of boxing, whether we like it or not, so we can understand why things move the way it moves. Just like when we watch basketball, the NBA, NFL, we understand the draft, we understand 10-day contracts, we understand why some of these fighters get cut, or these players get cut. Why sign this free agent for this X amount of dollars? You know what I'm saying? We understand the business in the NBA. We understand why, even if we don't like it, damn, okay, this guy got to get traded so we could, you know what I'm saying, have more money, whatever. He don't got, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things. In the NFL, we understand the business of boxing. In the NFL, we understand the business, but in boxing, we don't want to understand it, but we got to understand it. Now, this is why I say that one of these guys got to fight Keith on Tom Thurman. It's not only, now as a fan, for real, y'all already know, if y'all follow the channel, I'm a Keith Thurman fan, all right? You know what I'm saying? But again, I speak on boxing logically and objectively. I'm just got to let y'all know this. Being punched, Thurman needs to sit down, have his chance. Hold on. I understand that. I understand y'all want Thurman to take a back seat. Even this is where we critique. This is when we contradict ourselves. People want Thurman to sit back. But then the same people in this community love to say, we wish that things are like back in the days, like Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard and Thomas Hearns, and Hagler. We always say we wish, and every time when we trying to shame this era, we always look back in the last era, right? They all fought each other. This one lose, they fought him. This one lose, this one win. They all won and lose, but they all fought each other. But in this era, see, we shame this era because we want this era to be like last era. But when this era, y'all only want to talk about two fighters. So what that Thurman lost to Manny Pacquiao? So that means he needs to sit back and not want Bud and not want and Spence can't fight Thurman. You know, Spence can't fight Thurman. Bud can't fight Thurman. Y'all want him to sit in the back? Because we're so locked in with Bud versus Spence that we don't give a damn about anybody. Even you, Dennis Ugas. You don't want Dennis Ugas to win because you want Bud and Spence. You know? Caca de Toro. Thurman ran from Spence 4 years. Yo, you know Sosa Smith? I got a lot of videos debunking that. But I'll get to that. We got the time. All right, Smith, good looking out. I appreciate that, my brother. But I'm going to get to that, though. Now, Thurman made so many excuses, not because he lost. I'm going to get to that, Sosa. I'm going to get to that. Good looking out. I'm going to get to that. So you want Thurman to sit back, right? Okay, that's not the business of boxing, and that's not what Al Haymon is going to tell Thurman to do. Shut up, sit back, and let this thing happen. You got to think about PBC. As much there's people that like PBC, there's a lot of people who's frustrated with PBC. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a business, and it's still you do. Al Haymon is going to do right by his fighters and by the business. He's going to do right by PBC, and these fighters has fallen in line to do and trust Al Haymon and his move. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you like this. The belts may not matter too much to the fighter, but it does matter a lot to the network. That's power play. That's power precision. Now, this is the reason why I believe one of these guys is going to have to fight Keith Thurman. Am I saying that they have to fight Thurman? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the business of it is going to make that happen. Now, Errol Spence is letting the whole world know, I only got one more fight. He's talking about his weight more and more so. And then the tweet that he left yesterday, a lot of people trying to assume what he's talking about in that tweet. We don't know what he's talking about. But anyway, I don't know what he's talking about. So I'm not even going to do a video of what I think he's talking about, right? But Keith Thurman is telling the whole world, no, I only got two fights. It's this fight and Bud Crawford, and I'm moving up because this weight is killing me. Everybody know I'm a big welterweight. I've been in this weight since I was a teenager. You know, Sosa Smith said Thurman had the belts and enjoy the champion lifestyle. Kept telling Spence he will get his chance. Garcia did the same, but Thurman faked injuries. That's your problem, Sos. That you believe that his surgery was a fake injury. So that's what I mean. We got to break it down boxing logically and objectively. Let's be real and let's be honest. After the Danny Garcia fight, he had elbow surgery. That May, Errol Spence fought Kell Brook. That's the way he got his title. On his way back, Thurman, what happened? He got hurt his hand. But let's not forget that Errol Spence had a signed contract. Errol Spence had a choice. You got a voluntary. The IBF gave Errol Spence a voluntary. That's when Golden Boy Promotions wanted Errol Spence, signed Errol Spence for a multi-fight deal. They wanted him to fight Miguel Cotto for Miguel Cotto's finale. Hey, let's go back. Right? Errol Spence had a choice. Either you fight your mandatory, but we're going to give you a voluntary. But if you take this voluntary, there's an immediate mandatory you're going to have to face. Guess what? He said no to Golden Boy. He said, let me get Lamont Peterson. He fought Lamont Peterson out here in the Barclays Center. Am I correct? Good looking out, Souls. He fought Lamont Peterson. And then all of a sudden, you Dennis Ugas around that same time beat Ray Robinson, in which he was supposed to be the mandatory, but Ocampo magically was there. He was in the rankings, but they magically was there, right? They wanted Carlos Ocampo, Errol Spence, Dallas, right? When Thurman came back, they did the PBC Fox conference with all the fighters. It was already a contract that he's going to be fighting Mikey Garcia. Now, I think that yes, Keith Thurman avoided to fight Errol Spence, but to fight Manny Pacquiao. All right, he came back and he fought Josecito Lopez, but around that time, there was already a contract with Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence. But then after that, Errol Spence beat Mikey Garcia in front of Manny Pacquiao. Errol Spence called Manny Pacquiao out. Then it was like that. Now that was the chance for Errol Spence to fight for Keith Thurman to fight Errol Spence. But even Errol Spence was calling Manny Pacquiao out. Any fighter would have picked Manny Pacquiao. But Crawford, if he had the choice to pick Thurman, if Thurman, Errol Spence, and Manny Pacquiao was on the table, Bud would pick Pacquiao. Keith picked Pacquiao, and Spence would have picked Pacquiao. Okay? So you could say that he avoided Errol Spence then. Errol Spence would have done the same thing. What's good, Sosa? Sosa said he stalled Errol out so bad even before injury. No, he did not. He was not even in position, my brother. What do you mean he stalled Errol before the injury? Before the injury, he was only ranking the IBF. Errol Spence was not ranking the WBC and the WBO, nor in the W. He was not. Errol Spence was not ranking the WBC, in the WBO, nor in the WBA. To be correct, I didn't see him in the rankings. Now maybe in the WBC, not very sure, but I know for sure it was not then. And you got to remember, Keith Thurman is looking to unify the titles. He's not looking at Errol Spence. Errol Spence, they got him in the IBF lane. The same lane that Sean Porter was in. You got it all wrong, brother. You got to move back. And let's not forget that it was not Errol Spence that was really calling out Keith from Tom Thurman. It was Keith Thurman calling out was calling out Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather said, if you want to fight me, fight Errol Spence. When Errol Spence, that was around 2014, and Errol Spence was not even top 10 as a welterweight. So you want Keith Thurman that beat Diego Chavez 2013 as the interim WBA, was in position to fight, was a mandatory position to fight the champion, which was Paulie Malignaggi. Remember this, my brother? Hey, yo, trust me, you can't fuck with me on this one, brother. Remember?
You better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son.
You remember he was gunning for Paulie because Paulie was the champion. Now Paulie didn't pick Thurman. Paulie picked Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner beat Paulie. Then Keith Thurman is waiting for Adrian Broner to get his title shot because he is the #1 contender, the interim champion in the WBA. Broner picked Maidana. Then guess what? He was a matter of fact, Thurman had was already in talkings to fight Maidana. Maidana pulled out. He fought Adrian Broner. Maidana beat Adrian Broner. Guess what? Thurman is still there to fight the champion as the WBA interim and got the #1 spot. Guess what? Maidana said, no, let me fight Floyd Mayweather. You can't fault Maidana for fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather beat Maidana. Keith Thurman is still waiting on the champion. Guess what? They elevated Floyd Mayweather to a super WBA champion in which Keith Thurman cannot fight Floyd Mayweather. Now, when he's calling out Floyd Mayweather, remember, that's when Floyd Mayweather said, how about you fight Errol Spence? Errol Spence wasn't calling out no Keith for Tom Thurman. Floyd Mayweather was calling out Keith for Tom Thurman and used Errol Spence to put him in front of him. And that's why he said, hey, yo, I'll pop his bubble. Remember? Fast forward to that. So he was not close. That was all narrative pushed. My brother. I just had to say that. As Thurman called Maidana took Floyd. Yeah, Maidana beating Broner's ass. Let me see what y'all saying. Canelo did it for a Floyd fight. Was good. The interview was YouTube too. It ain't knock on Barrios out, but he beat him at least 7 rounds to 12. You saw Barrios' face, and that's what I'm talking about, right? Oh, let me get this. My fault. 4 years punches in between. He's talking about it. It wanted to let the fight build. When you became a champ, you out of the ranking. This is out his own mouth. Yes, He wanted to let the thing build. But this was now I'm leading you to this, my brother. This is why I'm leading you. That's why I'm leading the folks to understand this part. Is Keith Thurman saying what Keith Thurman wants to say, or is Keith Thurman saying what Al is already telling him and what's the plan? See, this is what some people like to turn a deaf ear and want to hear when they really want to hear. Now, I'm going to give you an example, right? When Errol Spence, now stay with me right here, and I'm going to tell you like this. What Keith Thurman was saying out loud, you know what he's saying, that let the thing build, that's what Al Haymon is giving Keith Thurman the plan and Errol Spence the plan. Just like Errol Spence knew what he was going to do when him and Bud Crawford was actually arguing in the same. Remember that infamous face-to-face between Bud Crawford and Errol Spence? That Errol Spence knew the plan. What did he tell Bud? Bud told him, what's the plan? What he said? I got who? He gave him plan, fight by fight. I got Mikey. I got the winner of Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao. Like that. He gave him the plans. He gave him the plans. I got Mikey. I got Sean. I got the winner of this. Blah, 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 blah. He gave him the plans. The same thing Keith Thurman was talking. The plan. He was telling the plans about Errol Spence. When people was asking him about Errol Spence, he already knew the plan. The reason, the only thing, the problem is you don't see Al Haymon. You can't interview Al Haymon. So these guys are talking about a plan that their manager and advisor already told them. And then when you ask them, they'd be like, hey, yo, we waiting for the fight to build. This is when you go back to the interview, to the press conference in the Erickson Lubin versus Jamel Charlo, when it was Keith Thurman and Errol Spence on that same night, when they was asking Errol Spence, I'll be calling these guys out and stuff like that. They don't want to pick up the phone. Al Haymon is manager and advisor to both of these guys. When Keith Thurman said, I never seen a contract with your name on it, and you never seen a contract with my name on it. Go back to that to that conference. Go back to that conference. And when Keith Thurman said that, Errol Spence ain't never said nothing back. You know why? Because that's real. There is no contract. There was never a contract. Al Haymon never approached Keith Thurman with an Errol Spence fight, and he never approached Errol Spence with a Keith Thurman fight. That's what's narrative. That was to marinate the fight. That's what's to get us going. Everybody knew the plan. Keith Thurman knew the plan. Errol Spence knew the plan. You know who messed up the plan? Manny Pacquiao messed up the plan. Manny Pacquiao threw in the monkey wrench. You know, they put Keith Thurman to fight Manny Pacquiao, hoping that Keith Thurman is going to beat Manny Pacquiao, move into a new era, and then the biggest fight of PBC is Keith Thurman versus Errol the True Spence. That was the biggest fight on PBC, and this is why I'm saying what I'm saying in this live. Because in reality, if we're talking about the business of boxing, the business of PBC, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence, and I've said it before, if you're new to the channel, I've said it before, Keith Thurman and Errol Spence is the most lucrative PBC in-house fight. Now, we want to see Bud versus Errol Spence, but Bud is not with PBC. Those are the facts. Now, if Bud signs with PBC, maybe they'll make the fight. But he's not. But Al Haymon is not dumb. He knows he got to protect his power. He got all the chips right here. He can't allow. This is the business. This is the business. I know y'all not going to like it, but this is the business. You can't allow Bud Crawford to come to PBC, not a PBC fighter, beat Errol Spence. Let's say if he beats Errol Spence, walk out with all the belts and get out and then go with somebody else. See, they did that with Canelo Alvarez. You know why? Because there was just one belt left, Caleb Plant. That's it. They cashing out. That's it. It's one belt. That's why they waited. That's why when Canelo Alvarez wanted Caleb Plant before Callum Smith, they wanted him again. They tried 3 times. Canelo Alvarez team tried 3 times to get Caleb Plant. PBC waited the end, got all that money for Caleb Plant. That's it. Now you could come for one fight. We ain't gonna sign a multi-fight deal. Now you could come for one fight, because now if you take the belts, I mean, that's it. But you think that Al Haymon is going to put Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence to the potential of Bud Crawford leaving all the belts, and then his lucrative in-house fight with Thurman and Errol Spence don't come through fruition? That's not going to happen. I could be wrong. I'm not talking as a fan. I'm talking about the business. Brian said, if you think Spence is great, well, Thurman great too. But yeah, Pac did throw Thurman's game off. Yep. Spence said he would drop belts before Thurman fight. Then that's right there. That's when Errol Spence is letting Al Haymon know on PBC, yo, I'm giving you the ultimatum. Y'all not giving me the ultimatum. I'm giving y'all the ultimatum. If I don't fight Bud, and this is the right thing, this is what Errol Spence has to do. Because this is what I said. PBC loyalty versus his legacy loyalty. Now, it's going to come through. Let's say I'm going to give you a sample. Al Heyman's like, I've done a lot of things for you, Errol Spence. Even when you effed up, you know what I'm saying? Your story wasn't out there. We did everything possible. We put a lot of money into, you know what I'm saying, putting your cases under the rug. Yep. We did a lot. We did a lot for you. Now you got to do something for me. Because that's the way PBC works. It's like a team. Whether people like it or not, it's like that. Good looking out, Souls. Good looking out, Souls. He said, I said, man, I pray we get Spence versus Crawford. I pray we get that too. But I even said that fight is not going to happen. But just listen to me, folks. I'm giving you the fan point of view and I'm giving you the business point of view. Whether people like it or not, but we got to hear this. We got to talk about it so we don't sound like casuals. You understand what I'm trying to say? Keith Thurman has no desire. I don't know. But this is what it is. Whether people like it or not. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm gonna ask y'all a question to see if I'm making sense. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying I'm wrong. Good looking now. All right. What's the most lucrative in-house fight aside from the heavyweights? Because y'all know the heavyweight is a different island. What's the most lucrative fight on PBC? What's the most lucrative potential fight at PBC? In-house fight. I'll give it a minute. What y'all think? Let me know. I said already the most lucrative fight for PBC in-house fight is Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. We're not talking about heavyweight. Heavyweight is a whole different island. Jamal versus David Benavidez is the most lucrative fight. Okay, y'all say that's the most lucrative. Tank versus who? In-house fight. Tank, that's the rolling. Thurman, Spence, crowd pleaser on pace. Facts. Bonilla said Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. Fundora versus Charlo. That's not the most lucrative fight, Brian. The most lucrative fight, Magsayo versus Leo Santa Cruz, is not. Leo Santa Cruz fought in Keith Thurman's Leo Santa Cruz fought Keith Thurman's co-main. What's good? Burn. What's the most lucrative PBC fights, in-house fights? What's the most lucrative fight? Jamal versus David is the fight. I mean, none of these guys have even done pay-per-view yet. Except for Jamal and Jamel. And you know how that one time versus the truth. Justin Hunt. Charlo versus David Benavidez. I don't think Plant versus Charlo more lucrative than Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. I don't know. I don't know about that. People hate to admit Thurman can sell a fight. Exactly. Lisa, what's good? Hope everything is well. Spence has a holiday now. It's April 16th. Facts. Thurman versus Spence. Charlo Bros versus Paul Brothers. They ain't no PBC fight. Look, this is what I'm saying. The most lucrative in-house fights, the most marinated in-house fight in PBC is Thurman versus Spence. The welterweight division is one of the most luxury divisions in the sport of boxing. You got two names who has done pay-per-view. One highlighted his own pay-per-view. The other guy fought Manny Pacquiao in the pay-per-view. The last great PBC in-house pay-per-view was Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. What's good, Catherine? What's good, Juan? Those are the facts. That's just the facts. The best number was Manny Pacquiao versus Keith Thurman. Better than Manny Pacquiao versus Broner. Better than Manny Pacquiao versus Ugas. So yes, Keith Thurman is a name. Keith Thurman did 3 million views, almost 3 million views with Josecito Lopez. Keith Thurman did 5 million views with Danny Swift Garcia. Keith Thurman did 4 million views with Ghost Guerrero NBC. He is one of the golden goose of PBC. Errol Spence is one of the golden goose of PBC. If they put Bud Crawford, I'm talking as the business side, and then we're going to go as the fan side. If this is the most lucrative fight for PBC, remember, it's prize fighting. PBC, Al, all the business partners. How am not going to have that fight jeopardize that fight with a Bud Crawford unless Bud Crawford signs with PBC? It will be more money for PBC if Al Haymon puts Keith Thurman and Bud Crawford and the winner gets Errol Spence and the winner of Errol Spence and Eugenio Ugas. It's more fights because if Bud comes here for one fight to PBC, beats Errol Spence, walk away with the power, with the straps, then what happens with Keith Thurman? Errol Spence got no more strap. He's going to move to 154. What happens to the welterweight division? You just killed a big, big fight for the company. And this is why one of these guys will have to take Keith Thurman. If Bud Crawford signs with PBC, even look at this. Again, Canelo's issue, the Canelo situation with PBC was one of a kind because that's it. They only had one belt. They got Caleb playing a PBC fighter. That's it. But Bud Crawford, nah. Al Haymon is saying, nah, I got a golden goose here, Keith Thurman. If y'all fight, who I'm going to put this golden goose versus? Because Boots Ennis is not with me. No Virgil Ortiz is with me. I lose all power in the welterweight division. Danny Garcia's moving to the 154. I lose all power at the welterweight division. Not even when Manny Pacquiao came here, they just gave them the champion. Nah, they gave him Adrian Broner, and then they gave Manny Pacquiao Keith Thurman, and then he was going to fight Errol the True Spence. 3-fight deal. 4th the option. Boots is top rank. No, Boots is with Cameron Duncan, and he just signed a multi-fight deal with Showtime. Spence, Lisa says, Spence wants Crawford fight, but at the end of the day, is business. That's what Punch is saying. Facts. That's all I'm saying. The business side, not the feeling side, not the fan side, not the forget all the fight, man. I just want to see Bud versus Spence. We all want to see the fight that we get. Guess what? In boxing, if we know it don't happen like that, we don't get the fight that we want. They make the fight that makes the best business sense for their business. We don't make no decisions. We don't dictate no decisions. Now, fighters could strong arm these guys. Now, will Errol Spence strong arm Al Haymon? All the things that Al Haymon have done for Errol Spence is Errol Spence prepare to play hardball with Al Haymon, PBC, and say, you know what? I am not fighting Keith Thurman. I'm not fighting at all. I am fighting Bud. And if I'm not fighting, if y'all don't want to give me Bud, then I'm dropping all the belts, which makes it, again, more, it makes it, when you drop the belts, then it could go to everybody. And guess who's in position for the belts? Boost in the IBF is a position to get the belt, right? Clayton's going to be fighting Clayton on the same undercard of Brian Castano versus Jamel Charlo. Virgil Ortiz is number 1 in almost all the belt federation except the IBF. He's in position. So he loses control. He loses power anyway. So Errol Spence can actually be like, all right, you don't want to lose power. You want to you want me to fight for the company. You want me to fight for the team. But what about my legacy? So Errol Spence is going to have a decision to make if he beat Dennis Ugas. Either he's going to be like, no to Al Haymon. You know, we always say these fighters need to fight their promoters or their managers and say no. Give me this fight or I'm not fighting. Just like Mike Tyson was trying to tell Jamal Charlo, right? Is Errol Spence prepared to do that with PBC? Is he prepared to tell Al Haymon, no? What's good, Abel? Is Errol Spence prepared to tell Al Haymon, no, I'm not going to fight Keith Thurman. Give me Bud. Give me Bud. Al might say, hey, I give you Bud. You will make more money fighting Keith Thurman. It will be a bigger fight. It will be the biggest fight, most lucrative fight for Errol Spence. The fight with Keith Thurman will probably even be more lucrative than Bud Crawford. People are not going to believe that either. The fight with Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman will probably be more lucrative than Errol Spence fighting Bud Crawford. We're talking about in-house fights. That's the easiest fight to make. And at this point, that's the easiest fight to make. Now I'm going to go back as the fan side. Undisputed is the key. Undisputed needs to be the fight. Is the reason why I don't want to see the trilogy between Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. Is the reason why I didn't want to see the trilogy with Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder, because I wanted to see Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder, because I wanted to see Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. Undisputed. I want to see Canelo Alvarez if he beats Bivol, and then in June the winner of Beterbiev, the fight with Beterbiev versus Joe Smith Jr. Canelo Alvarez could fight for the Undisputed in 175 this year. So forget the trilogy with Triple G. So the same thing. If Errol Spence and Bud Crawford could happen, of course I want Bud Crawford or Errol Spence more than any other fight. Then yes, Keith Thurman got to sit and watch just like all of us and enjoy the fight. Of course. But the business of boxing says otherwise. It's still lucrative, and the most money Errol Spence could still make. The most money, the most lucrative fight for the company. Is Errol Spence ready to tell PBC Al Haymon no? But if you want Errol Spence, we'll give you Errol Spence. But just like Manny Pacquiao says, I want to come to the welterweight division. I want to come to PBC because they have the welterweight champions. And this is why Manny Pacquiao signed with PBC. But when PBC said, wait, Manny Pacquiao. I know you want Keith Thurman or my Errol Spence. I know you want them. I know you want a title shot. But I got a golden goose here. And we still need to make money. I'm managing my job. See, Al Haymon's job is to put as much money in the pocket of these guys. That's his job. Al Haymon's job is not to soothe and massage our feelings. That's not Al Haymon's job. We're not Al Haymon's clients. His job is to look out for their fighters, for his fighters, his clients. So even with Manny Pacquiao, he's like, I got Adrian Broner. I need to get my fighter the most money he could get. And since he was not one of the first golden goose, aside from Floyd Mayweather, he get first dibs at Manny Pacquiao. The second golden goose, Keith Thurman, then you get Manny Pacquiao. You see how PBC works? Caleb Plant, now you're gonna be the last one because we're gonna cash in on this Canelo shit. Now you're gonna fight him before Callum Smith. Now you're gonna be the last one. Make the most money. You see the pattern? You see the pattern, folks? So Bud Crawford, you want Errol Spence? You want Errol Spence? We gave you Sean Porter. That was a mandatory, but guess what? I need my golden goose to get money. Keith Thurman. It's either Spence, you want to fight Keith Thurman, or Bud, you got to fight Keith Thurman. And then, early next year, y'all can fight the Undisputed. I know a lot of people going to be mad. But that's just the business of boxing. Now, I'm going to be honest. Now, if I was Al Haymon, I'll be doing the same thing I'm talking about. It is no way I am putting Errol Spence and Bud Crawford without cashing in on my client, Keith Thurman. Then I'm doing a disservice to my client, Keith Thurman. I'm doing a disservice. I'm not in business with Bud. I don't have to soothe Bud's fans or Bud's pockets. That's not my business. Bud is not my business. My business is Keith Thurman, Errol Spence, the guys that I advise and manage. These other guys, anything outside of our company, don't matter until they walk into our company. Thus, Canelo matters. Thus, Manny Pacquiao matters. Anybody that's with our company, it matters. Other than that, nah. How am I going to put Keith Thurman at the back burner when I manage and when I manage, advise him, and he's a golden goose to the company? I believe Thurman versus Spence is next. I don't know, because I really do believe that Errol Spence, and he's being very, very vocal about it. I'm not fighting Spence. I'm not fighting Thurman. And I'm not, and my weight is very, very in a crucial time right now. I need to fight Bud now, because I don't know how long. I don't think I have 2 or 3 more training camps of 147. I can't, Al. I want to do it, Al, and maybe this is the way that maybe Errol Spence is trying to smooth maybe Al and PBC. Like, yo, I will fight. I will do that. I will fight Keith Thurman. But y'all know my big fight is with Bud. If I fight Keith Thurman, which I believe is going to be a hard fight, probably my hardest fight of my career. Probably going to be the hardest fight of my career. And then I have to stay in 147 to fight a Bud. Y'all going to kill me. I am not going to be 100% versus the best fight of my career, which is going to be Bud, which is supposed to be Bud, the most meaningful fight. That's how you could strong arm them. Sosa said, but Errol manager, he is not doing what Errol need. Hey, Al Haymon is the one that moves their career. This is why I say you gotta listen. You gotta listen, Sosa. That's why I gave you a good timeline. That's why I told you. That's why I said, you remember the Lubin versus Charlo fight. Remember when Keith Thurman and Errol Spence was in the building in New York City, Brooklyn, New York? Remember? You remember what Errol Spence, they was asking Errol Spence and Keith Thurman. They was on the press on the table, not the telecast when they was with Brian Custis. I'm talking in the back. And Errol Spence was saying, I've been calling these guys out. They don't want to fight. They're not answering the call. And then Keith Thurman said, wait. I never seen a contract with his name on it, and he never seen a contract with my name on it. Errol Spence didn't say nothing, because that's the real business of boxing. Al Haymon was not prepared to put Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman around that time. That's the truth. Y'all could say, oh, Keith Thurman ducking Errol Spence. No, Al Haymon, the manager and advisor of both these men, was not ready to put that fight together. So Thurman was speaking basically in behalf of Al. Oh, we're marinating this fight. The fans don't want to hear that shit. The fans don't want to hear the business side. That makes the fighter look weak. All the fans really want to hear, is I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. Guess what? I'll fight whoever they put in front of me. I fight whoever they put in front of me. Who is they? Al Haymon. Al Haymon was not prepared to put Errol Spence and Keith Thurman when we wanted it, when Errol wanted it. That's not how boxing works. Now, if Errol Spence beat you, Dennis Ugas, Al Haymon is prepared to put Keith Thurman and Errol Spence as the biggest fight in PBC. Until Bud decides to do business with Al and sign this multi-fight deal with Al, then Al could think about Bud. Then Al could be like, okay, now this is probably the biggest fight. Maybe it's equal fight. But now we want fights to be like it was in the past. Don't we want all these guys to fight each other? Let's not contradict ourselves. Don't y'all want to see Hearn, Hagler, Leonard, Duran? Ain't nobody never said, oh no, we want to see Leonard. I wasn't living at that time, right? But if anybody that was living at that time, did anybody say, hell no, we don't want to see no Duran with Hearn. Better put Hagler and Hearn. Or fuck Hearn. We want to see Hagler and Leonard. Nah. Fuck that. Push that motherfucker to a side. Good looking out, Souls. Good looking out. Appreciate that. We talk a good game, fans. We contradicting ourselves. If we want this era to be like the past, then let it be like the past. Let them all fight each other. Again, the primary fight in boxing, one of the most primary fights in boxing is Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. That we want to see. But PBC business, Thurman and Errol Spence. Keith is 33. Yep. And Crawford is going to be 35 September 28th. Rapstar Boxing Knowledge was good, Rapstar. Father Time is knocking on Bud and Keith. Father Time is knocking on everybody, Jose. On Bud, Keith, and Earl. Well, not really too much Earl, right? But Bud is 35 years old. Gonna be 35, right? He's older than both of these guys. Bud is older than Spence and Thurman. What weight class would that be in Tank versus Thurman? 147. Thurman can't go lower than that. Thurman can't go lower than that. Now I say this. Let's not forget also this. Would you mind? Yeah, I was going to say that, Tib Bayless. Errol looks like a very devoted father. Very devoted father. Shout out to Errol Spence and all the fathers. Y'all already know fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing. I love what I'm seeing from Errol Spence, man. It's very motivated. It's inspirational. You know, we always see these fighters and everything is about the club and the chain and all this irresponsible stuff. And we've seen somebody that, you know what I'm saying, that buy a farm, animals, fatherhood, you know what I'm saying, relationship intact, mother and father. This is what we need in boxing. That's what we should like share the light on. You know what I'm saying? Even Errol Spence never really carried himself like a thug and stuff like that. Yeah, we see him a little tipsy, but who's not tipsy in a fight? You know what I'm saying? Let him drink. Let him drink a little something. You know what I'm saying? Great point, Punch. Thurman Spence always has been and always will be a great match. It is. And the thing is, it just makes sense. It makes money sense for PBC. Now, as a fan, it don't make a lot of sense. For fans, we don't want to see no Thurman and Spence. For fans, if you believe the narrative also, no, Thurman was stuck in Spence. Now he want the chance. Now the table is turned. Nah. Yeah, Lisa Snow said, right, I need a drink, but I can't have one. Hey, breast milk. Gonna fuck up the breast milk. Soon, though. Thurman and Errol 154, less Spence finish at 147. I think so too. That could happen too, Sosa. That could happen too. But then where's the power? Is it meaningful? He's not ranked. Now you just can't rank Thurman up there. Now you can make a fight like that could happen, right? Errol Spence versus Keith Thurman, 154, no belts, like Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. That could happen too. That could happen too. I'm not taking that out of the you know what I'm saying, out of the equation as well. It could happen. But I feel they're saying about the 147-pound division, and this is why he stayed in the 147-pound division. It was the most luxury divisions in the sport of boxing. Heavyweight, middleweight, and welterweight, lightweight. The welterweight historically always been one of the most lucrative divisions in the sport of boxing. I don't think Thurman Spence will be the same at 154. I don't think there will be enough fire. I don't think it will be enough fire. You know what I'm saying? From both of these guys. I think if Errol Spence and Keith Thurman happens at 154, I think they're looking to cash out right there. Transcendent Sports Channel said, if Thurman beats Spence, that would be crazy. I won't doubt it one bit. If Ugas wins, do you see Ugas fighting Thurman instead of Crawford? No. If Ugas wins, I will probably see him maybe still. I will see probably a rematch. I'm not sure if they have a rematch clause in this. Has anybody asked anyway, right? That's a question. Has anybody asked Ugas or Errol Spence if there's a rematch clause in this fight? Damn, these media, man, got media week. I haven't listened to that question yet. Has anybody asked Ugas or Errol Spence, is there a rematch clause? Nah. Go see the video, the Chief. Go see the video, the Chief. Thinking he don't break. Imagine the Chief thinking she breaks up with Fundura. Mami, ¿qué está pasando por ahí? He was a good guy. Why? He was a good guy. Like, man, I love my son-in-law. Like, Pacquiao, the greatest welterweight in the past 40 years, in front of Floyd and Sugar Ray Leonard. Triple X gonna create a storm out here. Thurman and Spence both fought 154. Actually fought at 152. I think the fight was really at 152. I think Carlos Ocampo. No, I'm sorry. Errol Spence fought at 151, 152. Keith Thurman fought, I believe, Carlos Quintana at 152, or the fight after Carlos Quintana at 152, or before that. I don't think they ever really fought at 154. It was catch weights 152. You know, just like there's no title fights. Just like, you know, a lot of fights is like that, especially on the come up. Just like, look, Ryan Garcia fought in 139. Or was it what? Sean Porter fought Adrian Broner at 144, I believe so. 144 pounds. Catch weight. So I could see a catch weight with Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, even in the undisputed bout. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people saying hell no, but hey, let's not forget Margarito versus Manny Pacquiao. And that wasn't 100. That was for 150 pounds. That fight was for 150 pounds, and it was a super welterweight fight. They should have left it as a welterweight fight. That fight was a super welterweight, and it was a catchweight and a championship fight, which got Manny Pacquiao to be an 8 division world champion. So let's be real. Was the 8 division world champion Manny Pacquiao legit? That comes in question. It's a fair question. We can't neglect that. And hey, you already know how I feel about Manny Pacquiao. But that's a legitimate question right there. If somebody be like, hey, yo, is it fair for Manny Pacquiao to have the 8 division world champion, knowing that the fight with Margarito was at 150, was not at 154? Chris Van Heerden at 152. Yeah. So, yeah, they never fought past 152. Errol Spence, no Thurman has ever passed 152. Spence versus Charlo, the most lucrative in-house fight. Not more than Thurman and Spence. I'm telling you, there's too much history there. And the build-up to that fight, oh my God. Errol Spence is quiet, right? Errol Spence, you will see a whole different side of Errol Spence on the build-up with him and Thurman. He will talk. Errol Spence, the only time you see Errol Spence out of that humble character is when he's talking about Thurman. That's the only time you see Errol Spence break out that humble character. That build-up will be incredible, bro. That build-up will be incredible in the promotional sense. I think the Bud Crawford and Errol Spence build-up will be good. But Keith just talk a lot of shit. Keith just know how to promote. What does Derrick James train if Spence? I think he'll train Errol Spence. And Juan Guzman would train Jermell Charlo. Juan Guzman would train Jermell Charlo, and Derrick James would train Errol Spence, I believe. You just an in-shape flute player. That's what. Point. Someone asked Spence if there's a rematch clause, and Spence paused and hesitated before saying that he does not know. Look at that. See, another indication right there, JJ, that none have yet signed the contract. You usually sign the contract days before the fight. He'll probably sign the contract tomorrow. He'll probably sign the contract before the weigh-in, after the weigh-in. That's the way boxing goes. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? The contract is usually signed, most of the time is signed on the week of the fight. This week is going to be signed. So for JJ, so Errol Spence saying that he don't know is who's signing his contract. The contract hasn't been signed yet. And this is when the A side could play a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? This is when the A side could switch the gloves, the size, put more incentives on the contract. And then the A's, either you fight me or that's the incentives. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I learned something new. Yeah, Lisa Snow. Yeah, a lot of the fights, the contract is signed the week of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, a lot of A side play games on that week. They ask something, they take something out. There's several fights, you know what I'm saying, that has happened. Fury and Thurman, top talkers in boxing. Fury, Thurman, Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison, one of my favorite trash talk in the sport of boxing, yo. That's why I want Tony Harrison to keep on winning, because I want to see him in a big fight again. Jermell Charlo talking shit too. Jermell Charlo. But I think in that, Tony Harrison was just more wittier with his trash talk. I love that buildup, man. I would like to see the trilogy just for the promotion. I think that promotion is better than fucking what Javante Davis and Rolly. Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo, buildup was yep. Yo, that track, I think it's been the best up to date, right? I mean by both guys going at it. They both hate each other. Tony Harrison, Jermell Charlo build up. And they did 1 million views too on Fox. They did 1 million views on Fox. You know what I'm saying? They exceeded the expectations on views in their fight. Charlo was damn near about to cry. But I'm talking about the buildup, though. You know what I'm saying? Tell me not punch. Harrison got one of the best jabs in boxing. Yeah, he does. He does. I'm actually surprised that that he hasn't. Like I'm not surprised that he lost to Jermell Charlo, but I think that he should just have that one loss. Or one guy that could beat him, right? I think Tony Harrison is actually better than what he have shown, though. Nothing in this generation will beat Fury Wilder. True. True. I mean, that's heavyweight, though, too. Tyson Fury is one of the best trash talkers of this generation. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the best talkers. And I think that Tyson Fury, man, he does get in under the skin. Because when Deontay Wilder didn't want to talk and had his headphones, Tyson Fury won right there. Like he's intimidating these guys in terms of promo. Diddy and Whyte don't even want to show up. Tyson, nobody can fuck. These guys can't fuck with Tyson Fury when it comes to the mic. Punch Wrong one time is a salesman. Spence or Bud doesn't sell their fights like the Floyd. One time and Tony Harrison, you got to have that quadruple X. It sells. That's their job, though. You know why? That's their job, because if they go and do pay-per-view, they gotta sell the fight, because if they're looking at their pay-per-view, the back end of the pay-per-view, they gotta sell that fight. The more you sell the fight, the more money you're gonna get. It's business, you know what I'm saying? They gotta do it, you understand, especially the PBC guy. They gotta do it because, of course, they don't got a promotional company, so they're their own brand, they're their own promoters. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta sell the fight like that. Lisa Snow said Deontay Wilder was already beaten when egg-shaped form came out his mouth. Yeah, man. But I did like the fight, and I did like the approach. It's something that I've been wanting Deontay Wilder to do in the first fight. But I just think that he was throwing those stiff jabs to the solo plex. That's what I want him to do since day one, and it worked. And I used to say that if you look back on my video when I did the first prediction to the first fight, I said that Deontay Wilder needs to drill that jab and that right hand to the solo plex. That's going to open up the headshots. You know what I'm saying? And it actually did in the last fight. I think he just gassed out too much weight though, and that was one thing I didn't want Deontay Wilder to put up too much weight, too much muscle in a small span of time. And look at Deontay Wilder right now. You could tell that he needs to work out to get to he needs to eat a lot just to gain that weight. But that's not him naturally. He's a naturally skinny dude. Transcendent Sports said, well, there are other stuff, fighters like Pac, Canelo, that doesn't need a trash talk because of their legacy, and they'll sell the fight, though. And also Transcendent Sports because they got a country behind them. So they don't have to sell too much. They already got the support of their country. But other people need to sell the fight. Bernard Hopkins needed to sell the fight. He sold his shit. Floyd Mayweather needed to sell. Roy Jones Jr. sold. Oscar De La Hoya. I think Oscar De La Hoya was different. Oscar De La Hoya, he brought in a new fan. Not in he brought the girls. He brought a whole new crop of fans that it was now in tune to boxing. That actually left the sport of boxing. And this is why I think that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis, men might not want to talk about it. Men not want to talk about it. But I'm gonna say it like this: Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis got the sex appeal for the ladies. And this is why they're selling. They're bringing in this type of fan. Look in Atlanta, bro. There's a lot of women going out there to see Tank. Ryan Garcia is a lot of women is willing to see Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna tell you like this: going to a Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis is like going to an Aventura concert. It's like going to an Aventura concert. If anybody, I've been to an Aventura concert. Huh? Hey, yo, man, tú vas a ver todas las mujeres. Errol's, Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis. All the ladies gonna come out. All the ladies gonna come out. Latinas, la African American, toditas van venir. ¿Ah? En cuera. Just like when Oscar De La Hoya. Come on, y'all ain't think Oscar De La Hoya and even Fernando Vargas. A lot of ladies like the Fernando Vargas. So Oscar De La Hoya, Fernando Vargas, El Chicano versus the Mexicano. That's how they had it, right? Said Ryan Garcia, the Romeo Santos of boxing. Hell yeah. Yo, go and watch Ryan Garcia like going to Aventura concert. Son las 5 de la mañana. That's why I want Ryan Garcia to come out with that song. Mike from Boston in the building. Everybody subscribe to my brother, Mike from Boston. What's good? What's good, Mike? Catherine Murray. Remember. What's good? What's good? Oscar, yep. Catherine, Oscar bringing the hey, yo, he was selling out arenas. Oscar De La Hoya, people forget Oscar De La Hoya. He had an album that I think didn't his album went platinum? He was Grammy nominated. Oscar De La Hoya, people forgot. People forgot Oscar De La Hoya. He had a Grammy nomination album. He was singing. Oscar De La Hoya, he was, I think people forget how big Oscar De La Hoya was, yo. I know people were stuck on the lingerie, but man, Oscar De La Hoya, shit. And I still think that Ryan Garcia is not even close to what Oscar De La Hoya was. The ladies love Oscar, man. The ladies loved Oscar. He used to get dudes mad and shit like that. That's why the dudes was going for Trinidad, like, yo, and the girl was going, I like Oscar and stuff like that. Ah, Trinidad's going, you like, you, I think that was el boricua, el feo. Shit. Yeah, man. Atlanta is Rainbow City. Oh shit. Oh shit, Lisa Snow, you trying to say that a bunch of you was trying to say that a lot of these was going out to see Tank? Let me find out. Hold on. Hold on. You trying to say a lot of these was out there seeing Tank? Is that you trying to say like a lot of RuPaul's and Caitlyn Jenner's? That's you trying to say, Lisa Snow? A lot of those in Atlanta? A lot of those? You find out. Ron needs to pick up some Espanol. Yeah, he does. See, that's the difference with Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar de la Hoya, he spoke Spanish too. Lisa Snow said, yes, that's all I see. Every time I go there. They walking in heels. Shit. Times are changing. Times are changing. Times are changing. Man. Viva la Españolidad. Spence has more rainbows as fans. Nah, you know what? The reason why I think he said Jesus got more rainbows than fans. Diablo. Jesus, you know why? Maybe you know why you feel like that, because of course, what was his shit was man down. Come on, you can't be going around places saying man down. You can't be having a shirt saying man down. You know, you could be walking in the village, San Francisco, the village, and over here, and then say, yo, man down. Who's man down? Who, Mr. Errol Spence? Really? Man down? Let me go watch him. Wait, the fight gonna be pay-per-view? It's gonna be man down? Is it? Let's pay for the pay. How much is gonna be the pay-per-view? $70? Okay. Maybe that's why Errol Spence bring all them trannies out. Huh? Shit, we're having a shirt saying man down. That's why he changed the big fish. Because he probably was walking into some club with his own shirt and be like, excuse me, who are you? Excuse me, who are you? I'm Earl. What do you mean? What man down? What is that? I'm intrigued by your shirt. What are you promoting, Mr. Spence? Huh? Nah, I'm talking about man down. You know what I'm saying? When I hit a man and he go down. When you hit a man and he goes down, you know. Else been trying to like, nah, man down means, you know what I'm saying? I'll be putting man down. Hold on, let me call my friends. We got this man, Earl Spence. He be putting man down. I mean, everybody talking about him in the club and shit like that. They call him man down. Every time when they wave at him, they be like, yo, man down and shit. That's how Earl Spence got tired of that shit. He said, man, I'm the big fish. Man, take that shirt off, man. Hey, yo, everybody in the, hey, yo, on my entourage, take that shirt, man down. Take that shirt off, man. Put the big fish. Every time I'm walking in the street and shit like that, weirdos be coming up to me talking about this man down shit, man. Y'all don't understand man down? I'm saying when I hit a motherfucker and he go down. Wow, you rough. You rough, Mr. Earl. That's why, yo, ever since the beginning, I'm like, for fighters, okay, we know what it means, but a lot of people don't know you outside of boxing, Earl. You better watch it. What you rocking that shirt saying man down. Hey, yo, I see the picture, and there was like a bunch of dudes. There's a picture on Twitter, and there was like a lot of a bunch of Errol Spence fans, and they had the shirt man down, and they hugging each other. I'm like, hey, you. Yo, damn! I had it in my other phone and I saved that shit. There was like 4 dudes watching. It looked like they went to an Errol Spence fight, and for the dudes they had the shirt man down. I was like, hey yo, boss, yo. I said, man, y'all better take that shirt off. Shit, y'all better suck that. I better take that shirt off, man. Pablo, you won't be live. I might be from UK, but I'm not a big football fan, bro. I'm boxing. Pause. The big fish, yo. Yo, Spence is the big fish now. You know what I'm saying? That's it. He left that man down shit. Strap season, all right. He don't say man down no more. I know shit was happening. Like people was approaching him. Huh? Rainbow motherfucker, Skittle motherfucker, Starburst motherfuckers was approaching Errol Spence. Strap season, man down. Hey yo, man, that shit. I don't know, Earl. She's sending some mixed messages and shit like that, man. You said, yo, Errol Spence said, yeah, strap season, man, down. And the thing is, the way that Errol Spence says it, you know, he don't got no bass in his voice. So Errol Spence is like, you know, strap. He be like, you know, yeah, strap season, man, down. You know, Errol Spence saying it in a very, very humble voice. He said it in a humble voice, man. Pera, lo quité. Pera. When you see Errol Spence with that man down shirt,
Why
like,
are you gay? Lesbian? Homosexual? How can I describe you?
Nah, man, I'm strap season. I'm strap season, man, down.
Why are you gay?
Oh shit. And I know people. Hey yo, I'm not. We just joking. We just joking out here, son. All right. I respect Earl, man. I respect Earl, but I know people been joking about the rapper, him hugging it up. Strap season, man, down. It's too much. It's too much, Earl. Damn it, it's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much of that. Strap season, man, down. What was his rapper's friend name? Was his rapper friend name that he be hugging up, kissing in the cheek? That's just too much. And then he says it's too smooth too. Yeah, I like feeding my goats. Yeah, you know, like you never heard a fighter say like what keeps you, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's therapeutic. Yeah, I like feeding my goats. Yeah. I mean, I don't like the cows no more. I like horses, you know. I just like the horses. Yeah, and this Saturday, April 16th in Dallas, Texas, you're gonna see a good fight. You know, strap season, man. Damn, you know that Ugas, right? Ugas, strap season, man. Damn. ¿Y qué este tigre me está hablando? ¿Qué tú estás diciendo, Eropin? Porque tú me estás mirando así con esa voz, porque tú estás diciendo strap season y mandan. ¿Y qué tú crees que yo soy? Yo soy cubano. ¿Y qué tú crees? Unos pecosas que te da y esta pajería que tiene este muchacho, de que me está diciendo de que strap season, me está diciendo man down. Si tú me vas a dame, pero no me hablas así. Vamos a pelear. Nah. Shout out to Errol Spence. Yo, Dennis Ugas, great fight. Great fight, Justin Hunt. Eddie Griffin and Montequila and Luke Polez were best welters ever. I don't know. Dennis is Puerto Rican now, punch. Nah, es cubano. Why? What he did. Nah, he era cubano. You know, cubano be talking like cubano and Puerto Rican have the same type of accent. You know what I'm saying? You Dennis Ugas be like, he be having that tough accent though, that tough Spanish accent. Tú sabes que vamos a pelear y tú sabes que yo voy para el ring, yo estoy entrenando y tú sabes que le voy a ganar. Yo le tengo mucho respeto a Spence, le tengo mucho respeto al equipo y tú verás que voy a ganar y voy a ser el 3 unificado del campeón del Welterweight y me van a respetar a mí porque yo no creo que me respetan la gente cuando le gané a Manny Pacquiao. Pero ya tú sabes, con esta pelea, yo peleé para tener esta pelea y voy, tú sabes, en sábado, con todo respeto, le voy a ganar a Errol y voy a hacer campeonato. Sí. Exactly, that's how he talk. No, tú sabes que yo le doy mucho respeto a Errol, tú sabes, él le ganó a Sean Porter y también, mira, yo creía que yo le gané a Sean Porter, no contaron cuando yo le tumbé, pero así es como trabaja el boxeo, tú sabes, Dios sabe lo que hace y lo que vamos a hacer, el entrenador mío, vamos para allá, Dallas, voy a pelear con Errol, ya tú sabes, vamos a resolver, vamos campeón, tú sabes, para mi gente en Cuba, cuídense, libertad. Hey, yo, I've been trying to get an Ugas interview for a long time, but Ugas, you don't give me an interview, man. I'll be doing you. I'll be imitating you. I'll interview you with me. You know what I'm saying? Like this. Yeah, tú sabes. Yo, tomorrow, y'all know we cut a show on Wednesday, but tomorrow, happy hour Thursday, the most dangerous show in boxing. Y'all already know, baby. Happy hour Thursday, karaoke night, open up the panels, haters come up, let's go. Fight week. All the boxing content creators, shout out to all the boxing content creators. We don't got to agree or disagree or anything, but it is what it is. Respect all the grind. Respect everybody doing their thing, working and stuff like that. Take care of your family. Men, take care of your ladies. Fathers be fathers. And yo, good looking out for NYPD for catching the dude, the mass shooter, the alleged mass shooter, because everybody got their day in the court, right? Everybody got their day in court, so I'm gonna say alleged, right? The alleged mass shooter in NYC, they caught him and things of that nature. But I also want to say this. Kings of the Commonwealth said, punch the greatest impersonator. Good looking now. The news better cover that shit right. That was hate crime, all right? And he a racist too. But they don't want to say that shit because it doesn't fit the narrative. We're going to be talking more about that tomorrow. But love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.